Here's what went down at ReVival 89, live from Ashe Stadium in New York City on June 12, 2026. An official missive from the airship dropped, announcing the challenger for Rob Williams and the 5-star title at Ultraviolence, the Kraken Henry Keys. Kenny Freeman caught Williams still off guard and cinched in the Freeman Special for the win. Max Scales' plans for revenge were put on hold by a message from Lindsey Troy. He and Nate Colton would be suspended if they didn't come to terms by the end of the night. Rhea Lockhart overcame Coltrane Anderson's size advantage, finishing a furious comeback with the end of the rainbow. Blaze Claymore appealed to Anna Daniels for help saving his hometown. When they turned him down, he appealed to their ego and set up an I Quit match. But if he loses, then Claymore would be no more. Tal brought a match contract to Tony Gamble. The Grin played coy, but eventually signed and made their Ultraviolence meeting official. Matt Mills checked in on Dr. Bad Guy and Steve Lemieux, we think, who challenged Biggie and Salt to something called a Murder Burger match. While Satan Jones watched from the commentary desk, Anna Daniels shocked the newcomer Cross and pinned him with the blue TARDIS bomb. After the match, Solomon and Stellan Cross took out Satan Jones. Chris Roswell came out to make the save, but was overwhelmed by superior numbers. Sebastian Cross laid out his own prize for the upcoming Foot Soldiers Albion tilt. If the Cross brothers win, Satan Jones must interview Sebastian immediately after the match. Scott Hunter had 1,000 things to say to Kerry Koala Yama as he ate cookies. In response, the koala ate more cookies. Angelica Brooks and Chandler Sonda talked over the model citizen's feelings about his upcoming match against Brian Dawkins. He hoped to beat some sense into his old friend and prevent him from putting his career on the line at Ultraviolence. Elise Aries drove Beck Savage's face into the mat with the Extreme Makeover, drawing a lot of blood and securing the victory. Max Cale and Nate Colton met in the ring to air out the bad blood over their missing family members. They eventually agreed to a dog collar match at Ultraviolence. But moments after signing the contract, Sutler, Reynolds, Cale, and Jennifer Colton arrived at the stadium, not as kidnapping victims, but as a couple. Kerry Kuriyama pulled a bait and switch with Bobby Neptune's special visor. The Emerald Apex offered him a shot at the real one in Philadelphia, where Ultraviolence would see pandemonium at the Planetarium. Hayes Hanlon countered a tornado DDT into the Epoch, picking up his first pinfall victory of the year. The Universal Champion's quiet time was interrupted by an impromptu karaoke performance, then by his glue friends to celebrate his birthday, then by the Poor Horseman bursting through Cecilworth's cake and the wall. Champion and challenger traded barbs, turning up the heat on their upcoming Universal title match. Clay Bird and Scott Hunter got stopped by a makeshift checkpoint, run by the Pop Culture Phenoms. Conversation between Hunter and Elise Aries devolved until she cashed in her silver ticket, challenging the pair for the tag team titles at Ultraviolence. In a match where banditry was banned, Tony Gamble pulled off the unthinkable, countering terminal cancer into a roll-up victory. Brandon Youngblood gave his thoughts on his return to action and the upcoming match with Cancer Giles. The boss came out to hear and grant his request for the match. It would take place at the 2300 Arena with Lindsey Troy as the referee. Ivan Stanislav laughed at the thought of retiring Brian Dawkins while having no skin in the game himself. Bobby Neptune went looking for Blaze Claymore, but instead found Dive Ferguson. Dive showed off his wrestling gear while Bobby told him about the wonders of space. In the main event, two old friends went to war, beating each other pillar to post until one man couldn't continue. That man was Dawkins, as Chandler Sonda finished him off with the model citizen. A furious Ivan Stanislav stormed the ring, irate at possibly losing the chance to retire Dawkins. Lindsey Troy settled the matter, explaining that the match would still happen, with Chandler Sonda as the guest referee. That's all the action from ReVival 89, brought to you by Prime, #1 by definition.